So the biggest news yet in Max Verstappen potentially leaving Red Bull is Gianpiero Lambiase, also known as GP, his race engineer, has said he's leaving Red Bull. He's going to McLaren in 2028. What do you reckon? Is that the end of Max?
Yeah, because Max is on record a few years ago saying that if GP stops, I stop. So I think Max is going. And the race actually published an article this week with their 2027 driver predictions, and they don't reckon Max is going to be on the grid at all next year.
Really?
At all?
Yep.
Not on another team?
Nope.
I could see that.
That's just their predictions, but I thought that was interesting to see. And, you would assume, actually some of the articles that come out of there are questionable, but
right.
Yeah.
I could see him leaving.
Yeah.
But also I think you look at Lewis and Bono, I thought that was a relationship that would never break, but it did. So it's a really weird scenario at the moment, Max. I'm just not sure what's going to go on. He could go to McLaren. McLaren would be quite an obvious choice if they're quick.
Yeah, I think if there's a good car, then Max could stay. We've spoken about this before, and I think he's been so vocal over the years of saying, if it's not working, why would I stay? Mm-hmm. He wants to win, but he's also got nothing else to prove. So, yeah, if there was space at McLaren, that would be interesting.
He's got a little bit more to prove.
A little bit more to prove.
He can do a few more. He can do a few more,
but I think he could do a few more. It's not...
But I just think your race engineer is so important. You said about Bono and Hamilton.
Yeah.
How much is he struggling at Ferrari with various race engineers?
Yeah.
That first one, hated. The one currently...
Are you angry at me?
Is he any good? It's better, less awful, but it makes such a difference to their driver's performance, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think so. I think they get on with some, they don't get on with some, but I don't know if it's a be or an end all. I think maybe you'll see him move, but is it these drivers say these things to just bring the team together, but really when the shit hits the fan, is he going to give in Formula One just because of his race engineer?
It won't be just because of his race engineer. It's not like, GP's leaving and now I'm gone, even though that is what he said. It's a culmination of all of these things, isn't it? It's the fact that he doesn't like these new regulations. He has a not very competitive car.
Yeah.
If it's still that situation and he's got opportunity to go and win in other categories, then he might. Is
anything else worthwhile though? That's the other thing. At this level, I suppose you look at Formula One, the peak of racing. You can go to anything after. You can go to IndyCar when you're 45. You can go... I could see him maybe doing a bit of rally or a bit of endurance, but I think that he could do that into his 50s and still be at the top.
Yeah.
So I think common sense might prevail with him. I think he might move, but I don't think he's going to leave.
Interesting. That's not what you said last week, but...
I think I've changed my... I know.
You've changed your mind.
I've changed my opinion. I think last week I was a bit like, well, just go or not.
Yeah.
Where I think it would just be so silly for him to leave. It'd be a mad decision.
I want him to stay on the grid because he's such a fun racer to watch, because he is so aggressive. He'll push people off track. He really... there's not many other people that I think race as hard as he does. And he's so smart with the rules, really pushing it right to the edge. So I don't want him to go. And I love him with the media. He's so dry. He's so direct. He's so blunt. And I really enjoy him, even though he hates the media. But thank you, Max, for giving me entertainment.
He's good at some of that. I think he's just a bit of a miserable bastard recently, though. I think at some point you need to go, well, you're not winning, Max. Just cheer up or go. And I said this, I don't think he will. I do think he'll move team. I think it's probably about time as well. Yeah. I think the relationship's a bit strayed at Red Bull. I think it's probably time for a new start. I think ideally he wants to go to Mercedes, but realistically, he'd probably go wherever he wants.
Max and Toto feels like a weird combo to me. But then actually Max and Zach Brown also feels even weirder. Zach's too happy.
I think Toto's the only person who can handle him, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Keep him in line.
Yeah.
I think the other person who's got a real danger to lose their seat is George Russell.
Yeah, definitely.
I think even if he wins a championship, I think he could go.
Yeah, well, yeah. I agree with you on that. I think a lot of people agree with us on that as well, actually, because Toto is so clearly invested in Kimi, and Toto also really, really wants Max.
Who goes?
It's obviously George.
Here's the thing. Same question, Lando Norris. Do you reckon he could lose his seat to Max if he wanted to go to McLaren? Or do you think they'd push out Oscar?
Piastri will go.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though you don't think Oscar's the future in any way.
No, Zach loves Lando.
Yeah.
He
Zach
does,
loves
doesn't he?
Lando.
He does.
And
Now
Oscar-
you mention that, he really does.
And Oscar, whether we like it or not, he likes it or not, he's now the number 2 driver because Lando won the World Championship. We can look at it any way you want.
Yeah.
If someone's won a World Championship, look at Seb and Webber, all of a sudden he wins a World Championship, you're naturally number 2.
Yeah.
So I think Oscar would be looking for a way out. And if you said to Oscar, look, Max is coming in, you're going to Red Bull, he'd go, yeah, that's all right. I could go there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think we're kind of all agreeing here.
Look at this.
Yeah,
Wow.
consensus.
Usually a good podcast, mate, when we have different opinions, but today, well, big agreement.
No, we're all the same. Okay, well, why don't you let us know what you think? Do you think that GP leaving Red Bull means that Max is also going to leave Red Bull, or even the sport? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe.